I want to talk to you about Cinelite and Cinezone. These are two special features that we've added to pretty much all of our waveform monitors, including the 5770, which can be very, very useful tools when you're shooting out on location. Let me start off by talking to you about Cinelite. As I come over to the monitor here and I hit the button for the picture display, the menu comes up and F5 happens to be the selection for Cinelite. Selecting that gives us a drop-down menu, which then allows me to go to F2, which is percentage display. And once I hit that, as you can see, it brings up an on-screen cursor. Now that on-screen cursor can be positioned anywhere that you want to show what the luminance value happens to be in that particular spot. And if you look over on the left-hand side, you can see there are actually two more indicators. So you have a P1, a P2, and a P3 showing you what the luminance value is in three separate spots where you're shooting. All right. Again, by using the FD control, you can easily move around to whatever area that you want to be able to measure. Now, the normal measurement area happens to be simply just 1 pixel by 1 pixel. But to open up that area to get a truer representation of what the luminance value is in a particular area, you can come over here to F3 and select a zone, which would be 3 pixels by 3 pixels, or a zone that would be actually 9 pixels by 9 pixels. And at this point, you may even see sort of a little zone area there, which is what it's looking at when it's doing measurement. Another feature that's built in is not only the ability to look at what the luminance value is in terms of percentage, which you see on the screen, but if you come over to F4, you can see what the RGB values are at that particular location. And again, whether it be P1 or P2 or P3, you can look to see what the RGB levels are for 3 separate locations. As I mentioned, you have 3 separate points that you can check what the luminance value is. The one that's active right now happens to be the one that's referred to as P1. But you can go into the menu, and in this case, select F2, and then make P2 happen to be the active one, in effect. We'll move that on screen, because off screen it's not going to show that there is any luminance. You can come back to F2, and you can select F3. Now F3, as we move it into the active picture area, is now the one that's active. And that one can be moved around. So even though you're seeing the values for all 3 at one time, only one is actually active. And you can come in the menu and you can select as to which one that you want to be active at one time.